Hello friends, this is 2000-liter liquid homogenizer mixer. Now let me introduce to you step by step. Before we shipping, we will disassemble this machine. So when you get this machine, you need to connect. You need to connect it according to the label: 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, like 4 to 4, 5 to 5, 6 to 6, etc. And here have 6 pieces main pipe. The first one is for steam gas, and we attach some isolation content to keep the temperature. And the second one you can check is for tap water, and the 3 is for putting water in. That one is for pure water, pulling water out and drink water. This one is for steam gas in. So when you use heating function, the steam will through this pipe go into the jacket. And here have a small pipe for cooling water out. In here also have some small pipe for cooling water in and condensate out. Here we equip this pneumatic valve. That means when the tank under the working station, you no need open and stop this valve by manually. And here you can check homogenizer and temperature probe. You can test the temperature in the tank. And this pipe is you can discharge your product. You can equip with a pipe, or after you finish or after you clean your tank, you can connect a pipe here to let the drink water out through this pipe, and go this one, and go this main drink water out pipe. Here is for lobby pump. You can connect the electric power to discharge your material quickly. Here you can turn on this green button and adjust the heat from here. You can check now is working station. Okay, turn off. Here is discharge valve. You can connect the pipe here to the lobby pump here, and here also need to connect the pipe to collect your material. And here is elevator. It's convenient to your worker to lift the material up and down. You can control by this button, like here. This green one is for up function, and this one is for down, like this. When the elevator is arrival the platform with the sand level, it will stop automatically, and now let it down. can check here. Also have a control box with the send function like here. And that's way is the send elevator, controlled by this button and this control box. There have two pipes. This pipe is for tap water and this pipe is for pure water. That means you can connect a pipe here, and when you when you tank need to add some pure water or tap water in, you can open this cover and open this valve to let water in. That's all. That's it. And here you can check. Here have a CIB spring board. Here have a pipe. You can connect. With tap water here to connect here to clean your mixer after you finish your product. That one is pressure gauge, and here is security valve. This pressure gauge can show the pressure in the jacket, and when the pressure is arrival to the limit, this security valve will open to release the pressure to protect the jacket. Here is the home page. You can choose the language you need. Like here you can check Chinese and English. For example, English. And you can check this part is for mean part monitoring. This part is for mixing, homogenizer, and heating function. And this part is for cooling function. You can check there have 5 pneumatic valves. Each valve controls different functions. Like this valve is for cooling out, steam in, steam out, and quick release and cooling in. Now, all valve is closed. You can check here. When the valve is become green, that means this valve is open. Okay, now let me show you how to operate this each function. Like for example, mixing function. Here is speed setting and actual speed, actual current, and time setting, remaining time. You can set the speed you need from here. For example, you set 25, and the missing time you set, for example, 1 minute, and turn on this yellow button. When the time is arrival, that missing function will stop automatically. Okay, now turn off. And about the homogenizing, you only need to adjust the you only need to set the homogenizing time from here. For example, 1 minute, and turn on. Okay, now turn off. And about the heating function, here is heating temperature. You can set the temperature you need from here. And here is for temperature calibration, actual temperature, and fast stirring. For example, if your material needs to heating arrival to 6 degrees, and turn on this heating function. You can check the pneumatic valve is open and the heating in from here. From here in the jacket. And here is for condensate out. That means here, quick release. For this big tank, we usually set 5 minutes. But I set 1 minute for reference. That means when the time is arrival, this quick release valve will stop automatically. And now turn off heating function. And for this function, that means if the actual temperature now is 39.9 degrees, is different the temperature you set, you can adjust from here. Like 29. And now the actual temperature is very close to the temperature you need. And here is cooling function. Cooling function, here you can set the temperature you need to cooling down. For example, like 50 and turn on. You can check the cooling water outlet and cooling water in valve is open. That means when the temperature is arrival, you set here, the cooling function will stop automatically. Okay, now turn off. And you can check under here have different main port monitoring, and we will set the label on the mixer. Like here, that one is number 5, number 6, and number 7, and here is number 8. Now I will test the next port for you. Number 6 main port. Also the stand, just like I said before, here you can set the speed you need, like 30, and set the time and turn on the heating function. Okay. Now turn off and open the homogenizing function. About the heating function, turn on the heating function. You can check the valve is open. Okay, turn off. And the valve is closed. Now turn on the cooling function. You can check here and here. Okay, turn off. So the next port is for number 7. Number 7. Also turn on the mixing function and homogenizing function. the time its arrival will set here. The mixing function and homogenizing function will stop automatically. Okay, now turn off. Okay, and for the heating function is the same. Turn on. Okay, turn off. The cooling function. Turn on. Cooling water in outlet and cooling water in. Okay, turn off. So for the 8 main port, now we turn off all the function, like turn on the mixing function, homogenizing function, and heating function. Turn off all the functions. And the final is cooling function. Turn on the cooling function. Okay, turn off. And the last part is for oil port monitoring. Oil port monitoring, you can set the mixing time here and set the temperature you need from here. Yes, from here. Also send like the main port, like for example, the time setting 2 minutes. And turn on the mixing function. Okay, now turn off. And for the heating function, you can set the temperature, for example, like 60, and turn on. You can check here. The steam in valve is open, and for the quick release valve is open also. And the time is arrival 1 minute. This valve will stop automatically. Okay, now turn off. Yes, all function is like this. And here is temperature change. You can check the temperature here, from here. And the final is alert inquiries. Okay, that's it. And that way also have the same port we test before, like this way. Okay. Here also is the stamping. Choose the language you need. Okay, and first you need to check the label on the tank. Like this one is number 1, number 2, and number 3 oil pot, and number 4. Okay, now test the number 1 main pot. Then like before, set the mixing speed you need from here and set the time you need from here. Okay, now turn on all function, mixing function, homogenizing function, and heating function. closed. And for the cooling function, you can set the temperature you need, like for example 30 degrees, and turn on. Okay, now cooling water will come this pipe, go to the jacket and come out from here. Okay, now turn off. And number 2 main port. Number 2 is this one. Okay. Now set the speed you need 30 and set the time 1 minute for reference and homogenizing 1 minute. Okay, now turn on all functions. Okay, also the same for cooling function. Now setting the temperature, you need to cooling down like 20 degrees. Okay, now turn on this function. By the way, the cooling temperature needs to lower than the actual temperature. Okay, now turn off. Yes, and number 3 main port. Also set the speed you need and the time 1 minute for reference. Okay, now turn on all functions. The valve is open. Okay, now turn off all these functions. Yes, and for the cooling function, turn on. When the actual temperature is arrival, the temperature you need to cooling like 20, the cooling function will stop automatically. Okay, now turn off. And the number 4 main tank. Set the speed. Set the time. And turn on all functions. Yeah, you can check from here. All valve is closed. And for the cooling function, it's the same. Turn on the cooling function. The cooling water outlet and cooling water in valve now is start. Okay, now turn off. And next one is for boil port monitoring. Also the same, set the homogenizing or mixing speed time you need. Okay, 1 minute and turn on this function. Okay, now turn off. And for the heating temperature, set the temperature you need like 45. Okay, and turn on heating function. Okay, turn off. Okay, for this part is for temperature check. You can check the temperature check from here. And the final is alert inquiries. Okay, that's it. And one more important thing, before you use all this function, you need to connect the wire like here. You need to connect this 3 wire and connect this wire according to the number we point on the wire, like 26 to 26, 25 to 25 is the same.